When it comes to getting things done, the best thing you can do is focus on making the first hour of your day as productive as possible. Hal Elrod, author of The Miracle Morning, calls this first hour the rudder, in the sense that just like the rudder decides the direction of a ship, the first hour will decide the direction of your day. A productive morning will bleed into the hours that follow. It's with this in mind that the idea of a morning routine has come about. The key principle is that we must take this first hour, fill it with productive activities, and then turn these into a series of habits. That way, we can wake up and have an amazing morning without having to think about it each and every day. In this video, I'll be running you through how to design a morning routine of your own so that you can start making the best possible use of your time and accelerate your progress. The first thing to consider is what you actually want to include in your routine. Ideally, they will be things that leave you feeling accomplished and productive after completing them. For many people, a workout would be a good example of this. I've also spoken to people who use the quiet time of the morning to get a head start on the work that they have to do that day. Ultimately, what you decide to include is up to you, but here are some general guidelines for things to include. First of all, make sure there's some kind of physical activity in there. Getting blood flowing and the cardiovascular system working is extremely important when it comes to starting the day right. It enhances your mental clarity and boosts energy levels throughout the day. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full workout either. 10 minutes of activity is plenty. It's also beneficial to include some kind of silence or quiet time into your morning. This could mean meditation, practicing gratitude, or simply some time spent thinking and reflecting. Regardless of what you decide to do, spending some time with your own thoughts, safe from the noise and distraction of our modern lifestyles, is extremely beneficial. It makes things clear and places your priorities in order. Finally, you should make sure that you spend some time focusing on your future. Again, there are many ways to do this, so you'll have to think about whichever method you prefer. This might mean spending a few minutes going over your goals and visualizing yourself completing them, or it might involve saying some daily affirmations that focus on who you want to be. When all of these come together, they create a routine that boosts your clarity of thought and places your intention on what you wish to accomplish and who you wish to become. It's no wonder that doing this every day could have astronomical results when it comes to improving your life. Those are the kinds of things that should be included in a morning routine, for the reasons already explained. But the routine itself is really up to you. You can include as much or as little of these suggestions as you like. You could include 5 other activities that weren't even mentioned. But whatever you end up designing needs to work for you and your lifestyle. To give you an example, here's my routine. After my alarm, I take 10 minutes to drink some water, get dressed, and make sure I'm completely awake. Then I start going through my daily affirmations, trying to visualize each one. After that, I write one thing that I'm thankful for, and one thing that I need to accomplish today in order to consider the day a victory. Then I meditate for 10 to 15 minutes, and then round out the routine with a workout. I do this because I found that this routine works for me, but as time goes on and things change, the routine will probably change as well. Whatever you decide, it needs to be something you can stick to. There's no point including 2 hours of activities and then quitting on day 3. This is the very reason I do so little journaling. I've had many recommendations to write for 20 minutes or more in the morning, but this simply doesn't work for me. I don't enjoy it, and this makes 20 minutes seem overwhelming. I'd never be able to keep up a routine like that. And that's the basis for morning routine design. Before you go, here are some final tips to consider when designing your own routine. I've probably already mentioned it about 100 times, but do what works for you. Don't just copy someone else's routine and leave it at that. Customize and experiment. If you don't want to include meditation, then replace it with something else. And remember, even once you find something you're happy with, the routine will remain a work in progress. It will change over time as you and your lifestyle changes. Another tip is to avoid the snooze button at all costs. It's a slippery slope and it's difficult to stop with just one press. Over time, it will obliterate your sense of discipline. If you struggle with a snooze button, as I did for a long time, there are plenty of alarm apps out there to help you. I use Alarmy. It works just the same as a regular alarm, but it allows you to set challenges for yourself to complete when you wake up, such as math problems or memory puzzles. The alarm cannot be snoozed, and it can only be turned off by completing the puzzle. It certainly makes your wake up much more exciting. And now you're ready to design your first morning routine. And I want you to start right now. So immediately after this video finishes, I want you to take out a pen and paper and write down 10 ideas for things that you could include in your morning routine. Keep the above discussion in mind and let me know what you decide in the comments. Hey guys, I'm Cam and welcome to the channel. We produce content on a bunch of different topics that are all related to improving yourself and your life. Whether you want to be fitter, more productive, more knowledgeable, or just more awesome, we'll help you make the changes to make it happen. If you think this content could help you, then give this video a like and hit the subscribe button. There is plenty more to come.